What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into TTP Sports. Phillies win the first two games here against Tampa Bay, and there was some good, some really good, and some, there's a lot of question marks right there, and oh god, why did that have to happen? And Kyle Schwarber is injured. He left the game early. He has a very uncomfortable shoulder. I think what it was stated, it was like elbow uncomfortness or something like that, elbow discomfort. And it looks like that, when he dove back into first base after almost getting picked off, probably what caused it. Probably what caused his elbow to be a little bit discomfortable, if that's even a word. So, yeah, I'm terrified about that because, my God, do we need to wrap this goddamn team in bubble wrap? Because we're going down like flies right now with all the guys that right now that we have on the IL. JT, his knee is banged up from the foul ball the other day. Alec Boehm's on the IL. Edmundo Sosa's on the IL. Who else are we been thinking about that's on the IL that Turnbull's been on the IL the entire year. Now there's even more question marks about Ranger Suarez, even though it's not an IL thing. Ranger Suarez in today's game was not good. He was not good at all. Even though his stat line only says 4 runs allowed, he didn't look good. He didn't look good at all, in my honest opinion. Gave up way too many hits to a Tampa Bay Rays offense that is not good. That is not good. 12 hits. He went 5 and a third innings, allowed 12 hits and 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Couldn't find the strike zone, and when he found the strike zone, they were all hangers and just couldn't miss bats, couldn't get swings and misses, and everything was just soft contact, finding ways through, hard contact. It was just not a good night for Ranger Suarez, and that continues to be the concern about Ranger Suarez because this is 2 starts in a row now where his velocity was down and not looking good, and he had to figure it out with the command. 2 starts in a row. He got away with it against the Marlins because the Marlins are putrid. Now, yes, the Tampa Bay Rays offense is putrid, but you weren't going to get away with that 2 games in a row. That just wasn't going to happen. And that's the result that Ranger Suarez got. And now we have a Ranger Suarez problem, in my personal opinion, because now you need to be concerned about your every fourth and every fifth day starter right now because there is no confidence in Ranger Suarez, and obviously every time a 5th starter goes out there, it's an automatic loss because we do not have a 5th starter in this rotation. Now, granted, you don't need 5 starters when it comes to a playoff rotation, but you need 4, and Ranger Suarez is providing no confidence right now. None whatsoever. This man cannot pitch a full Major League season. He cannot go deep into the season. That's why he's never done it the entirety of his career. The man just cannot stay healthy. He cannot stay upright. And that is the main problem with Ranger Suarez, and now we're seeing that at full display. So there are major concerns with him going into the playoffs right now, even in this backstretch of the last few weeks here. At this point, Christopher Sanchez, I think it's a given that Christopher Sanchez probably is going to be the 3rd starter for the rotation come the playoffs. He'll probably pitch in a Game 3 situation at this point because that's how bad it feels like it's gotten for Ranger Suarez, and that's how bad it is right now. And you can't really deny it at this point because he does not look right out there. The process with him does not look good. It does not look sharp. He's not getting swings and misses. He's not locating the ball. And even though, yes, he's not a high velo type of pitcher, he still can throw, around 93, 94, 95 with his sinker fastball, whatever you want to call it. That thing is barely topping 90, 91. And the curveball is insanely slow, and he's really relying on that for location. I remember seeing a tweet right before Ranger came out or right after Ranger came out that during that 6th inning, he was shaking off Garrett Stubbs a ton in that 6th inning and really just trying to throw that curveball because it felt like that was the only pitch that he had confidence in. And it came back to bite him in the ass. And personally, Ranger Suarez should not have come out for that 6th inning of work because he was just getting rocked around the entire place. And that ended up with the Rays tying the ball game up. But thankfully, your bullpen shut things down and shut down the Rays lineup, which basically you were supposed to because the Rays lineup is not good. The Rays lineup is not good. In the bullpen, besides Tanner Banks, showcased why the Rays lineup is not good. Kerkering came in with the base runners, came in into that situation, got out of it. Matt Strahm with a very easy seventh inning. Jose Alvarado looked really good in the eighth. And then you didn't need to go to one of your better players in the ninth inning because your offense scored 5 runs. And now let's get to the offense today. Kyle Schwarber, another leadoff bomb. Fun to see. It's not fun to see him leaving the ball game early with the elbow discomfort, so I pray to God that it is not serious. I really pray to God that this is just the Phillies being uber precautionary, which I pray to God that it is. Trea Turner goes deep twice. That's fun to see. Bryce Harper, I believe he had 3-4 hits in this game. He had 2 doubles involved in that as well, so very good there. Actually, I think he had 3 doubles in this game. One of those was almost a home run, but then idiots in the first row in the right field stands had to reach over and try to grab the ball. So, yeah, idiots stay being idiots, and it turned into a ground rule double, even though we really couldn't tell if the ball was going to go over the wall with the camera angles that were there. It was obvious that the fan reached over and tried to catch the ball. So that was clearly obvious from that perspective. So that sucks, but Bryce is inching closer, and he is swinging the bat well. That is something that we do have to recognize there at the same time. But Bryce, he's swinging the bat well, and it looks like he's slowly starting to get the power back because he's been getting a lot of extra base hits lately, and he definitely did look like he hustled a lot more today, which I'm not going to get into because that just wasn't going to happen. He was not going to get benched in this game, and that's the reason why, because Bryce Harper can have a night like this where he's constantly getting on base, and that's exactly what he did in today's game. Nick Castellanos, I kind of thought that he got a little bit screwed in today's game. He had like 3 or 4 hard hits in this game that he just got absolutely robbed on and just hit it right to people in the outfield or in the infield. So that was, sometimes the unluckiness and the unfortunateness of baseball. But then after the Phillies score, actually, let's stay with the 8th inning before we get into the the real meat and potatoes of this whole thing. So you get 8th inning, you get a couple of base runners on, you have to pinch hit for Johan Rojas after a couple of guys get on base. This is 8th inning, 2 outs, by the way, I believe, and Cal Stevenson, he comes in and pinch hits. There's a runner on second and third base after Cody Clemens gets a double. So good stuff there. I believe Marsh got on at the same time. Cody Clemens gets the doubles. You get second and third. 2 outs there. Actually, this was 1 out for Cal Stevenson because Garrett Stubbs got out. I do remember this. But Cal Stevenson, pinch hit of the fucking year. Starts the count 2-0. Gets back 2-2 into the count. Gets a single in the right field. Scores 2 runs. Puts the Phillies up ahead by 2. And that was something that was desperately needed because offensively, without Schwarber, I was not fucking confident. I'm going to be honest there. Without Schwarber, you really needed that. Cal Stevenson, I tip the cap to you. I tip the cap to you right there. And then Buddy, he gets a hit. RBI knock. Scores another run. Phillies up by 3. And then Trea Turner, icing on the cake, 2-run shot. Bryce Harper wants to add another double in there to get another runner in scoring position for Nick Castellanos. And then the nerve, the absolute balls, the nerve of this pitcher on the mound for the Rays. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. But the balls on this dude to plunk Nick Castellanos with the first pitch, plunked him in the ass. Of course Nick Castellanos isn't going to take that lightly, especially after the Phillies put all those runs on the board. Of course that was fucking intentional. What the fuck do you think you are? You got Bryce Harper about to charge the mound from second base, even though he probably didn't put that much effort into it, but Bryce was definitely pissed. I thought Bryce was going to throw some hands. Then you get the benches clearing, then you get the fucking bullpens coming into the fix. You got Matt Strahm coming out of the showers with his shorts and tank top on and a ponytail, basically just chilling the rest of the night after his outing. He has to come out there. Just crazy stuff. Seriously, I was going to come out from the freaking stands and throw some haymakers out there because holy fucking shit, that was embarrassing on the Rays' perspective. That was sad. fucking plunking Castellanos in the ass. First fucking pitch with a fastball. What the fuck do you think was going to happen? Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Made for a crazy 8th inning, though. Made for a very crazy 8th inning. And that indeed was a very crazy 8th inning. Banks definitely wanted to make it more interesting than it needed to be in 9th, but he managed to get out of it, bases loaded, jam, 2 outs without allowing a run. So, we'll call it there. But if you look at the Phillies bullpen, besides Banks, after Ranger Suarez came out of the game, the Phillies bullpen, the next 3 guys did not allow a single base runner. Kerkering, he retired to 2 guys that he came in after Ranger, left with the jam that Kerkering came into. Strom had a 1-2-3 inning, and then Alvarado had a 1-2-3 inning. So no base runners allowed from those 3 guys whatsoever. Put the Phillies in a perfect position to take the lead and run away with the game. And that's exactly what happened in that bottom of the 8th inning, thanks to Cal Stevenson, thanks to Buddy Kennedy, and thanks to Trea Turner's second homer of the night. And then, like I said, icing on the cake by the bench-clearing brawl. It was fun to watch. But the balls, the absolute, I don't even want to say it's stones. This guy's a fucking little bitch. What he just did there. Unreal. Unreal. What an insane night. But I really am praying that Kyle Schwarber is okay. They're definitely going to be playing the side of precaution with this entire scenario, and they definitely should, because Kyle Schwarber has been on an absolute tear with the power and the home runs, and if he misses extended time, that is a huge kill to the fucking lineup, because Kyle Schwarber has been on an absolute monster tear with the home runs. Like I said, another home run tonight after hitting one yesterday. Then he had the 3-homer game against the Blue Jays. He had 2 homers in that series against, 4 home runs actually in that series against Toronto. He had a home run in this Friday game against the Marlins. So he's been on fire basically in this start the month of September. Basically say it's June in the month of September. That's how hot Schwarber has been. And that will be a fucking killer to this lineup if he has to miss extended periods of time. So I'm sure he got an x-ray or something like that. I'm sure he's getting an MRI. I'm sure he's most likely not going to be in the lineup tomorrow. Bearing a miracle if everything's fine with him tomorrow night. That would be bearing a fucking miracle. That would be insane if you find it's a way to stay healthy, and he's really good there. But, let's see. So, Todd Zalecki. So, I guess there are, got a little bit of maybe some good things there from the Kyle Schwarber perspective. Rob Thompson doesn't seem worried about Kyle Schwarber, and neither does Kyle. Called it a bruise/hyperextension. He could play tomorrow night. Thank the fucking Lord. Thank the fucking Lord. That is the case. Thank the fucking Lord. Thank the fucking Lord. Holy fuck. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It seems like Kyle is okay. We're definitely going to get to some thoughts on the post-game and the brawl and everything like that. I'm sure Bryce had some things to say about that. So we'll definitely get into some of those, because that'll be very fun to hear the clubhouse talk about the bench-clearing brawl. But that is... thank God. Thank God it sounds like Schwarber is going to be fine. Personally, I would not play him tomorrow just to be safe with everything. Give him a day off, so he'll have 2 days off on Thursday, and then someone else can DH tomorrow. You could put Bryce in the DH, you could put Castellanos DHing tomorrow. Play it extra cautious. You won 2 of 3 already. And also, with good news, the Mets did lose today. The Mets did lose to the Toronto Blue Jays, so that does further your magic number down. I believe it was 12 coming into this game. I think it's now at 10 for the division. So it's either 10 for the playoff spot clinch. It might be 11 or 12 for the division. I think it's 10. A lot of people are saying 10 from what I'm seeing on Twitter. So that's basically the summary right there. But it is very good that the Mets lost. Very good that the Mets lost. Also, very good to see Trea Turner hit 2 bombs in this game. He went 3 for 5. So Kyle Schwarber, he went 1 for 1 with a walk and the solo shot before Buddy Kennedy came into the game. So good for Buddy Kennedy to get that one, insurance run there. That was fun to witness, especially with the entire crowd of Citizens Bank Park just chanting, Buddy, 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 Buddy. I was at the game tonight. I was basically doing the same thing. So that was very fun. That was very fun. He gets to hit gets fired up at first base to the dugout. That was a fun moment. And then Trea Turner with the home run. That was a fun lead up right there. And then eventually bench clear brawl. That was fun as well. Bryce Harper, he had a fantastic game. He went 4 for 5. So that was really good. I think he had 3 doubles in this game, if I'm not mistaken. 3 doubles. Yeah, he had 3 doubles. So very good there from Bryce. Nick Castellanos, I would just say this is an unfortunate game for him because he had a lot of good swings that didn't go in his favor. Bryson Stott, not the best day. Oh, yeah, fucking the one thing that I forgot to mention at the start of the 8th inning, the fucking umpire. Get out of the fucking way and move your fucking fat ass. Bryson Stott ripped one down the line, but probably would have been extra bases, probably would have been a double, could have been a triple. Nope. Umpire's fat ass is in the way, deflects it, a perfect deflection right to the first baseman for the Rays, and Bryson Stott is literally just hands on his fucking head as he's running up the first baseline. He's like, how the fuck did that even happen? And then you got the entirety of the ballpark just booing the umpire, as they should, because that was fucking a joke. Even though it was unfortunate. Let's be real here. That just was very unlucky and very unfortunate. The umpire isn't trying to get in the way of the ball. He even looked like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck just happened there. So I do feel bad for the ump in that perspective. But also at the same time, jail! Jail. All umpires deserve jail. That umpire deserves jail. Even though I kind of felt bad for him at the same time. But jail. Jail, jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200, don't go to visiting, you're going right to fucking jail. That's where you're going. That's where all umps deserve to go. Brandon Marsh, he went 1 for 3 with an RBI with a walk in this game. Cody Clemens, 1 for 4. Johan Rojas, he had himself a, I guess you could say a double that turned into a triple and also an RBI, even though the RBI doesn't count in his favor because of the Rays defense in the infield, just throwing the ball basically to Nowheresville, allowing Marsh to score and allowing Johan Rojas to get the third base. So we'll take that at the end of the day. We'll definitely take that there. Garrett Stubbs, he went 0 for 3 with a walk. He just barely missed a home run as well, died right at the warning track. So I feel bad there for Stubbsy. Hit the weight room there, Stubbsy. Hit the weight room there. Phillies as a total, they went 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 runners on base. Like I said, Ranger Suarez, not good. He was not good today. 5 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 88 pitches. Yeah, he was not good. He was not good. Too much contact to a very bad lineup. There is a problem with Ranger Suarez. 100% a problem. Kerkering, really good. 10 pitches to get the last 2 out to the 6th. 1 strikeout there. Matt Strom, a 1-2-3 quick 7th inning on 8 pitches. Jose Alvarado had 2 strikeouts in the 8th inning. And Tanner Banks, like I said, had to make it interesting. 2 walks, a hit, but then managed to get out of that without allowing a run somehow. And he finished off the game. So good there. So good shit there. And if we look at the standings, Phillies are now 8 games ahead of both the Braves and the Mets, because the Mets and the Braves are tied for second place in the NL East. And we don't know what's going to be happening with the Brewers and the Dodgers because they're just underway right now. Looks like the Brewers, they're winning 2-1 over the Giants in the 3rd, and the Dodgers and the Cubs, they just started. They're in the bottom of the 1st inning, 0-0. So in terms of everything right there, Phillies are a half game above the Dodgers until, the result of the Dodgers game that happens. They did lose yesterday, so that was helpful there. And we're 4 games ahead of the Brewers, depending on what happens in their game tonight against San Francisco. So it's all wait and see right there. But we did get the benefit of our own destiny winning tonight. In terms of the wild card, looking at it right there, the Mets and the Braves are exactly tied for that 3rd wild card spot and 2nd place in the NL East. So it really just looks like that is where that 3rd wild card spot will go to. The battle of the Braves and the Mets, because right now the Diamondbacks, they're a game and a half above the Mets, the Braves, and the Padres, they're 2 games above. So we'll see what happens in that perspective. The Padres, they've lost 2 in a row. The Diamondbacks have actually been slumping as of late. They're 4-6 in their last 10. The Mets have been on a hot streak, but they've lost, 2 of their last 3. So we'll see if they're coming back down to earth a little bit here. Hopefully it's good timing for the series upcoming with the Mets. Hopefully that is the case. But yeah. So let's get to some audio from tonight's game. Let's get to some audio, and we'll see everything here from tonight. We'll see everything here. Let's get to where the run started, and that was in the bottom of the 1st inning with Kyle Schwarber's leadoff bomb.
revolving pitcher. And a high fly ball to deep right center field. The Phillies have the lead. And Kyle Schwarber has the Major League season record for leadoff home runs. He now has 14. It is 1-0 Phillies.
What else can you say? The man is just absolutely incredible.
I agree, Crucky. I absolutely agree. Let's get to the the play by Johan Rojas that made it 2-1 Phillies.
No, I think you don't have ears.
Out baby. Right field. That's pretty well hit. Lowe's going back. It's over his head, off the wall. Moss is steaming the third, and they hold him up. It'll be a double. The ball goes loose. Here comes Marsh trying to come home. He'll get home. And the Phillies retake the lead 2-1 as the Rays throw the ball all over the yard.
That's a great call right there. Let's get to Trea Turner's home run in the bottom of the third.
And a high fly ball to deep left field. That one is gone. 2-run bomb for Trea.
That's better.
It is. And the Phillies retake the lead. It's 4-2. 17th home run for Trea Turner.
Love it. Let's get to the, let's see. Okay, that's a defensive. Oh yeah, let's get to the Bryson Stott out right here. I want to hear the broadcast reaction. I don't think I've ever heard this today because I was at the game, so I do want to hear this.
The Phillies are trying to cut into their magic number to reach the postseason, and Bryson Stott hits one off the umpire, and it caroms right to the first baseman. It's a fair ball, and it's out number one.
Oh my God.
John Bacon, he tried to get out of the way, but that ball was smoked by Stott, and he's part of the field of play. Yes. It's not a dead ball.
Much as you don't want them to be, they are. Yeah.
How
right
about that carom?
Foot and a one hopper.
Jesus. Got Cal Stevenson's clutch hit right here.
Line up. Send it to right field. That's going to bring in two. Marshall score. Here comes Clemens. Stevenson a second. Two-run double. And the Phillies are back on top.
Love seeing it. Let's get Buddy's single as well.
Team. Off the hands. He does come through. Stevenson around third, heading home. The throw. Time. RBI single for Buddy Kennedy. It's his first hit in his beloved Phillies uniform.
That's a great story. That is a great story. Local kid. That's always fun to see. Oh, here's Trea Turner's second homer of the day.
Fly ball left field, well hit. Carlson back, and exclamation point. Two-run home run for Turner. It's his second homer of the night. And the Phillies have busted it wide open.
Always nice to see a crooked number in the eighth inning, isn't it? Always nice to see that. Let's get to the brawl. Why not? Bench is clearing.
Bryce now with 39 doubles on the year. Castellanos is hit by the pitch, and he is not happy. The benches are going to clear. Harper's already at the mounds. Castellanos has been hit a handful of times this week. Dusty Watson comes over with Brandon Marsh to move Harper away. The bullpen's clear as well.
Well. That was a joke. It definitely was. My God. That was sad to see. Yep, Phillies' magic number to clinch the NL East division is down to 10 thanks to the win and the Braves loss. So that definitely helps there. Not the Mets loss, not the Braves loss. The Braves did win. They completely destroyed the Nationals tonight. The Mets lost to the Blue Jays. Let's get to some post-game stuff here after today's game. So let's see. Some guys talking about the Nick Castellanos getting hit by the pitch. So we got Nick Castellanos' perspective here.
Yeah, I almost like I got into the box. I wasn't even swinging because I thought there was a chance that could happen, and it happened. I think that he was just pissed off that his numbers got messed up.
You don't have any beef with him, right?
No,
Yeah.
just other than like having a overwhelming sense that I was about to get drilled.
You thought it might happen just based on the way the inning went against him to that point, or?
I can't explain it, just I know that he had relatively pretty good numbers going into that, and just watching him, I could see him getting frustrated, and I was digging in. I'm like, I'm going to take this pitch right here to see if he's around the plate, and it wasn't anywhere near the plate.
So what was that like when you see your teammates put on Bryce, like, come right?
No doubt, because I think that we all kind of got a sense of what it was, that he was just pissed off that, he got hit around and his ERA shot through the roof.
Is it frustrating because A, was on purpose, but also B, maybe he could have gotten hurt there, I guess, in that situation?
Well, I mean, it was below. It was like right at my waistline. So like for that, I think I probably would have been a little bit more emotionally triggered if it was up, by my head. But I think Bryce kind of felt the same thing that I did, that wasn't even close.
There's not really a written rule about how guys are going to react or how you react back to them in that. I mean, you obviously were a little pissed off too once what you thought was going to happen did.
Yeah, I just told him that was bullshit.
That kind of summed it up.
I mean, it's you're throwing a baseball over 90 miles an hour and you're frustrated and you're gonna throw at somebody. That's like my 2-year-old throwing a fit because I take away his dessert before he's finished.
Nick Castellanos saying it bluntly. That's hilarious. Let's get Bryce Harper's reaction.
Yeah, I mean, he hit him on purpose. I mean, it's not the game that we play, man. It shouldn't be. I mean, guys throw too hard nowadays. You're getting mad because a guy, hits a homer off you, or you blow the lead. Walk the guy and come out of the game. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's just the situation, the whole thing. Just really fired me up, really upset me. Just not something that you should accept as Major League Baseball.
So you're thinking like injury there, potential injury, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys throw too hard. I mean, I don't care where it's at. We're in a race right now. We're doing our thing, trying to get into the postseason, and guy wants to drill him. I mean, it's not right.
Nick said that he could kind of sense going up to the plate that there was a chance that could happen. Were you on alert for something like that too, or is it just like that was your instant reaction?
No, because the guy's got a .74. I mean, he came into the game and he's got good stuff. There's just no reason to drill a guy because you give up some runs. It's just not right.
You personally, you just missed a couple.
We can in a moment like that. I mean, I'm not that you guys need any galvanizing. You guys haven't had too many moments like that where you're kind of all coming together on the field like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a team, we don't really need moments like that because we are that type of team, right? I mean, anytime, we have anything to do, if we're going to dinner or hanging out in here watching football or, doing whatever we do, we're a very close-knit team. So when something like that just happens, I think all of us just get upset, because it's just not right. I just think we don't need moments or situations like that to bring us together. I think we're a very close-knit team. We know what we need to do. We understand the goal, what it is, and we just got to keep going.
Did you ever get close enough for him to say anything to you?
He didn't turn around, and I didn't want to be a loser and come up behind him. I just, if he's going to turn around, then all right, let's go. But he never turned around, so I didn't want to. I'll say loser. I didn't want to be a loser. There's another word I want to use, but I won't.
He probably means be a bitch. That's probably what he means.
But I didn't want to be a loser and come up behind him. I wouldn't have been right. If he was facing me, then all right.
Right.
I think Kyle Schwarber also had thoughts on it as well.
What did you make of that whole situation with Nick and
Yeah, I mean, it's, that's just not, that shouldn't be in the game. There's, to take your frustrations out on a hitter just because, you know, in my opinion, you're getting hit, you know, that's bullshit. So, you know, it's just not right. And, you know, so, yeah, there's just no part of it that should be in the game. And, you know, it just doesn't look good for them. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's kind of a reflection on for them as well, that they have to be able to handle that as well. Yeah, it's not, you just see what happens and you just know right in your head it was, you know, you think it's on purpose, right? You know, there's no doubt in my mind that, you know, they can definitely say it wasn't on purpose, but I think there was some intent behind it. And, you know, like I said, that shouldn't be a part of it.
I think we also got a video here on Rob and Schwarber talking about the elbow. So let's actually hear from them.
Schwarber. Yeah, so it's we're calling a left elbow contusion. It's kind of a little bit of a hyperextension when he went back to the base, and on the back pick. As far as I'm concerned, he's day to day, but I'm going to put him in the lineup tonight and see where he's at tomorrow.
Where it says bruise but hyperextension. Like,
yeah, this, I guess I just kind of hit it on the right spot. I guess, like diving back and didn't even feel pain or nothing. And it was just more when I got back to the dugout and I did kind of like extended it. I was like, oh, that was weird. And then went down and took a swing and didn't feel good. So then I told the trainer and he worked on it a little bit, got better, and tried to let one rip, and it just wasn't really cooperating. So they just yanked me, and then that treatment swelled up a little bit. But day to day, like if tomorrow, you know, there's nothing structurally wrong, so if pretty much just tomorrow can stand it and play.
So you didn't feel any pain? I mean, did you know right away diving back that you'd done something? Or
no, I didn't think so at all. I got up and I was fine, and you know, I was like, you know, it didn't feel like I did anything serious, and I was just like, it was just a weird dive, and then came back, and that's when I was just like, it was kind of weird, and then went down and take a swing, and didn't feel the best.
That's going to be interesting over the next couple of days, that he's feeling discomfort when he swings the bat. Hopefully that is a couple of days situation, but knowing the Phillies, they'll be extra precautious with that situation with Schwarber. So, let's see. Let's get to the Anytime Hotline because we are getting very long on the stream. So, let's get there, and then we'll shut it down for the night. Sean, what you got?
Phillies were getting me ready for hockey season in the bottom of the eighth. I was looking to see if Nick Delorier and Garnet Hathaway were going to get involved in that scrap. You know, something tells me that Zach Wheeler may be throwing a 95-mile-an-hour fastball tomorrow at somebody's hip. I wouldn't be too comfortable if I was the Tampa Bay Ray batter tomorrow. Nice win today. Solid job by the bullpen. I mean, pinch hitting has been the Achilles heel of the Phillies this year. Glad to see somebody, Cal Stevenson, step up and deliver in a clutch situation. Unfortunately, with the good, there is the bad. Yet another injury to Kyle Schwarber, and definitely more concern when it involves Ranger Suarez. Definitely not the same pitcher we saw early in the year. Major red flags, major cause for concern. This guy's going out there kind of Taiwan Walker-esque from the left-hand side as far as velocity, not missing many bats. And if you can't handle, you know, Marlin and Tampa Bay Ray batters, very concerning moving forward against the better teams.
Yeah, right on point right there. There's really not much else to say after that. That's basically right on point with Ranger Suarez. Well, let's hope the the Kyle Schwarber situation. Personally, I would not have him in the lineup tomorrow, but if he does feel like he is good to go, then I'm not going to tell Kyle Schwarber no, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Phillies play very uber precautious with this situation, especially with the way he has been swinging the bat. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Thankfully, tomorrow is a night game. If it was a day game tomorrow, they probably would have said no, he's not going to be playing. I guess since it's a night game tomorrow, they're going to give him a little bit of extra time to see what happens there. And plus, they have the day off on Thursday, so that gives him an extra day of rest. So we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, that basically, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. See a couple of you guys here in the chat. Alexandria, Ranger might right the ship next year. Right now, he keeps them in the game, but not much more. I guess that is a good point. That definitely could be a good point right there. Nitro Nick, I've been dying to see Harper charge the mound as a Philly. Oh, man. Good stuff there. Oh, yeah, there's also one thing that I do want to shout out at the end, since I was at the game yesterday. So I was there with my father, and I actually got shouted out in the Philly captain video that he did for this game. So I do appreciate him giving my channel a shout out. So if there are people that are tuning in here from the Philly captain subscriptions, so I do appreciate that. Welcome to the channel if you guys are doing that. Eventually, I'm assuming it'll be posted from his video tomorrow or whenever he posts his stuff from today's game. But I do appreciate the Philly captain for giving me a shout out. That was very generous of him. So yeah, appreciate that 100%. And yeah, I appreciate you guys as always. Love you and appreciate you guys that tune in here. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Does me a great deal of service, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see if the Phillies can get the sweep tomorrow with Zach Wheeler on the mound. And we'll see. So I'll see you guys next time.